If you only have the 1031 as an answer to respond, isn't that a one-trick pony, right? You just have that one answer, and one size does not fit all.
And so now we're going to shift a little bit to commercial real estate, right? So we mentioned we were talking about brokers. I mentioned a little bit before, but I want to tell a little bit about my story too, Michael, and help to. We'll just have a little discussion here. But I remember meeting Robert for the first time. He came into Marcus and Millichap and he told us about the Deferred Sales Trust. Again, it was 2009, and I was like, it was like one of those moments where you're going, oh my gosh, like not only could he have helped, the Deferred Sales Trust helped, and the estate planning team helped defer the capital gains tax, but also get out of all that debt, right? And get diversified. And for folks who had lost everything, right, or half of their wealth, and have to crawl back and claw back a lot of their time and energy back into the property. And so it was also tough though, because now the values were down, right? And so although it was good to have the strategy, it took a while to even really for folks to be like, well, that's great. My property was worth $5 million. Now it's worth, 4 or 3.8. Talk to me in 5 or 10 years if it gets back. And that's kind of where it's gone now. Now the values have all shot back up, and I feel like we're at like a tipping point. But along the way, as I spoke and I added value and I helped them solve their challenges, the listings came and more business came and more referrals came. And I got in front of folks that otherwise were, entrenched with their old broker. Right. And the one broker, had been there for 20 years, and he got the business from his dad, so it's been, they always do all the deals there, but all of a sudden they were meeting with me because their old broker wasn't providing anything beyond the 1031 exchange. And so if you're watching this and you're hearing this and you're a commercial real estate broker, or even a financial advisor that works with commercial real estate brokers, right? We found as you work as a team and solve the client and help the client build a dream team around themselves with folks that are using tools that can help one another out, grow their business. That's also one thing that I think gets overlooked with the Deferred Sales Trust. It's no longer financial advisor and commercial real estate person, and now we're competing for the money. It's no, we have a Deferred Sales Trust, which is kind of like a bridge in between both worlds. You can sell high, park it into the Deferred Sales Trust, and put it into securities. 2, 3, 4 years later, you're allowed to, proper planning, send the funds, and the funds can be put into an LLC, and those LLC can buy real estate. So you can sell high and buy low. That's a beautiful thing, right? And that's really the key, because real estate, it's kind of like a big cruise ship or a big Titanic. It takes a while for it to turn, right? We saw the stock market kind of crash and then it came back. Well, real estate values maybe have shifted some, but it's still turning, and we think it's going to turn, and things are going to get, can get kind of ugly here in the next 6, 12, 24 months. But the same thing happened in the 08 crisis. 08 in October was, I think, the D-Day, if you will, for the market crashing, but it took a while for real estate values. In fact, I think the low wasn't until 2011, for real estate values nationwide. And so the point of all of that is having this tool enabled me to add value and enabled me to build relationships that ultimately led to more business. So much so now that I just coach commercial real estate brokers and financial advisors, along with Michael, business brokers and commercial real estate syndicators, on how to use this. But I can't speak highly enough for the Deferred Sales Trust, how it's helped me grow my business, but most of all, how it's helped me add value to clients who are looking for options. And so any thoughts on that, Michael?
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point as what's in it for me, right? What's in it for me as a commercial broker, and what's in it for you is that if you only have the 1031 as an answer to respond, isn't that a one-trick pony, right? You just have that one answer, and one size does not fit all. If you have a one-trick pony, doesn't the trick pony break a leg every now and then?
And that's a great point. I want to mention that real fast. So a lot of our objections for listings is, hey, look, if you find an up leg for me, I'll list the property, or I will sell my property, but only if I have my up leg lined up, or I don't want to list my property because I don't want to face the 45 days. Okay, I have too much capital gains tax. And so when you can relieve that pressure and just take it out completely. Or even for those now who are older and going, I don't want to sell anything because I don't want to start over with new toilets, new trash, new liability. It's not even that the 1031 exchange, if you find them a deal, they'll do it. It's that they don't want to do a new deal. Like, they have enough wealth, they have enough money, their deal's going fine, and they don't see a compelling reason to have to start over with a new management team.
It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. So you're seeing this shift with, even not with COVID, but with the demographics. And so when you can actually provide a better solution, a better way, again, it's like the Netflix versus the Blockbuster, right? You can say, well, yeah, I know, mom and dad, you used to like Blockbuster. You used to like driving there and going into the store. But unfortunately, the Blockbusters have shut down now, and so have Hollywood Videos. But there's a thing called Netflix, and you can log in and you can watch whatever you want, and you don't have to drive in the snow, and you don't have to see if something's checked out. It's all right here, and that's what the Deferred Sales Trust is. It's like the Netflix versus the old Blockbuster.